allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody. We got some folks here. Welcome, Dennis, Betsy. You all have anything to public comment time, so.
I'll start, ma'am. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm Tim Rossiter. I'm representing Lakeside Golf Course.
Okay,
And I'd like to thank Mandy and her staff for everything she's done for me. She's well taken care of lady, all right? And I've been a trustee now for 14 years. And so the petitions, I know how they have to be done and everything, but I'm trying to get Sunday sales for the golf course, all right? So I thought I had enough votes or enough signatures. I had 79 signatures, but Mandy called me yesterday when I was in Cleveland with my wife and explained to me that I only have 42 because of the 2 precincts. And I didn't realize that. You know, I just thought Waterford Township's Waterford Township. All right. So I thought everybody voted on it within Waterford Township. It's my mistake. And, but there is a thing here in this one section. I know this book is from 2022, but it says generally a local liquor option election is held in a single precinct. A potential exception to this rule is a local liquor option election regarding a community facility. Really, in a way, I consider Lakeside a community facility. I don't know how you people look at it, or you ladies, but that's the way I look at it. And, I'd just like to maybe reconsider my petition if it was possible to be on the ballot. I think it's important for the golf course with everything that might be happening in the area or whatever, a lot of people don't think it's good. Trust me, they threaten to throw bricks through my window, cut my valve cords and everything else, but I'm still here and I'm still a trustee. I'm not running away from it. But I would like to maybe see if this couldn't happen or whatever. I realize it's not 100% right, that if not, I can always put it on the ballot next year.
Which page was that on?
It was on page 2 at the bottom.
Okay. So you
It
guys.
says an exception.
Randy, what's the deadline to get petition?
It was August 5th.
yes,
So it was in by then,
Right.
he met the deadline. The question is, can we use this loophole to accept it?
I'm no lawyer, but I just ran that by.
No, but you've got a room full of them, so.
Yeah, that's the best part. Yeah,
And then the petition they were using is the 5R petition, so I don't know if it makes a difference based on that.
what does that 5R mean?
It's a site specific.
Oh, okay.
And has this changed since 22?
Yeah, I checked, that's the newest
Okay,
book.
that's the newest one.
That is the newest book.
Haven't changed.
I think the question is, do we consider Lakeside a community
Well, if it can be,
building, which,
yeah. Because it depends on, there's different liquor option petitions you can get for different things.
Mhm.
So I don't know
Like
if
this one.
the petition used qualifies with a community building.
do we use it besides just golfing? Do people use your facility
oh, yeah.
for community activities?
Yeah, we rent out the building, and plus we have all these golf outings every weekend. I'm pretty fortunate right now. So I brought back a lot of the outings since I took over in September.
Of everything in that community, would you say your facility's used as much as anything else for community activities?
Well, we have the squad building over top of the squad building, and it rents for $75. And if you clean it, you get $25 back. Where Lakeside, it rents for $500 and you
Right.
get $200 back. So
I see that.
it's just your people
Yeah.
who wants it or whatever.
Yeah.
But they use it for the outings and everything. So, all right. And I'm no drinker. I haven't drank for 46 years, so it don't matter to me, only for the,
But the guys
For
want
us,
beer.
Yeah.
Your turn, okay.
I know you probably can't make a decision today or whatever, but if you,
Well,
And I have the petition here if anyone.
It's accessible to that, but it's not, it says and.
You have-
zoned
I'm good.
Yeah, we've all.
Yeah,
I
we're
guess I was afraid of.
Yeah, yeah.
Public-
Or is leased from or located on property owned by or leased from.
Maybe it doesn't use Canadian. This one.
No, so I don't. I sure would like to say yes, but it sure doesn't look
It's
like.
not looking good, but I
It's
think
not
we
looking
need to
good.
ask our prosecutor who
Yes.
represents the board.
all right,
For a determination, and the reason why we're saying that is that you're absolutely right, there is that exception for community facility. But when you look at the definition of community facility, it refers to a facility owned by a state or local government, or is leased from a state or local government. And that, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think that applies.
This is private.
Yeah.
Privately owned.
But, I mean.
Public course that is private.
I'd love to have it on the ballot. I mean, I would love that would fit, but not certain.
I appreciate it, all right? I
We
appreciate
try.
it.
We'll submit it to our prosecutor and have him give us a,
Yeah, thanks.
All right, I appreciate it.
And if it doesn't, if it doesn't work this year, then as you said, you
Yeah.
put it on in the private.
Yeah, I know, but the thing about it is, the Legion has theirs on this year too, and so it really helped, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another thing.
Yeah.
But I understand, so I'm the one that messed up, so, all right,
We'll ask though, just.
all right, all right, appreciate it. Thanks for your
Thank
time.
you. Gracious
Yeah.
about it. Thank you.
Course is wide open today, Dennis.
Take your wellies.
okay, any other public comment?
I do.
Okay, go for it.
Betsy Cook, Living Democracy. I was just, we're getting ready to write our articles about voting and what kind of information, I wanted to know from you, what kind of information would be helpful for us to write our articles about. We'll probably have about 5 articles going in about different things. So are there topics that, you know, I was like, we wanted to do something on poll workers. How are we doing on those numbers?
Oh, I'm almost halfway to what I need, so they want me to have about 200, and I'm almost to 100.
200 they want you to have?
Are we doing public advertising for those?
We did, or Emily did a thing on our Facebook yesterday, because it was
That'll be good. Yeah.
it was
National
national
poll
poll worker.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, they're really pushing it on
And I think if you're gonna, I mean, it would be great to do an article, encouraging people to be a poll worker. Attorneys get CLEs for that. So that's
the incentive.
an incentive.
Yeah,
We have gotten attorneys as poll workers because of that.
And there's
What's the CLE?
Yeah, continuing legal education.
I can't remember if they used to, if you were a realtor, like you need some continuing.
Maybe they do, I don't
credits,
know.
And they used to do it for that, but I can't remember if they still do or
and
not.
then social workers as well, they get credit.
So can you verify that and then let Betsy know? Because if we, I mean, I think letting people know that they get, in addition to getting paid, they get CLEs, I think that might encourage some. Really?
Exactly.
Oh, he's looking at himself, okay.
And what
I was
is our,
very impressed.
what is the pay?
Yeah, what's the pay?
The base is $113 for the day, but then it's $20 for each of the trainings that they do.
And
So
how
if they do
many-
the in-person training, they'd get 20, and then we have the online, and they'd get an additional 20 if they do the.
And for this election, everybody, even though if they did the training in May, they have to be trained again.
Everyone has to be
Everybody.
trained again?
Yeah, the state's.
2
required.
trainings?
There would be an online training that's not mandatory, but the in-person is mandatory.
Or we'll have several dates for that.
Yeah.
It won't just be one.
Is
training day.
113 the same as the last election pay?
Mhm.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't change it unless you guys authorize changes in it.
Are we authorized to change it? That's what I thought, wasn't there some state
Yeah, there's some.
requirements on that?
They're on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so and I think there was some discussion on the state level about increasing that, but
I thought so too.
I don't think.
I don't think
that's-
they have yet.
Well, I did read about the state level saying we need to increase the pay of poll workers. So that would be a good incentive.
That'd be nice.
It would be.
And you have a poll worker from each party at each location. You have to have,
Yeah.
Right.
okay, and what do you call the person who's like the head of the
The voting location manager.
voting location manager? Does someone have, or do you assign those, or
Yes,
Yes.
do they get more money?
yes.
Okay,
It's really probably not gonna be someone who's brand new.
huh?
It's not gonna be someone who's brand new.
Yeah,
So
it's-
we're not
yeah.
really recruiting for that.
We don't recruit for that, but we try to pick somebody who's seasoned and understands the machines and
Probably
people
done it
and all
before.
of that sort of stuff.
Okay,
There's a lot to it.
Mm-hmm.
sounds like. And the hours are,
Well, we start at 6:30 AM, but we tell them to be there at least by 5:30 to start opening.
To get
To get the machine set up, the signs out, the flags out,
to
So-
7, are we open till 7?
until 7:30.
7:30.
And then,
And then you got everything you've turned on and put out, you've got to turn around and
tear
tear,
down.
It
tear
might
all
not
of that down.
require
and put-
everyone there, but
Yeah,
They should count on it.
they should count.
So like 5:30 to 8
at least 8.
AM and
To at least
8:30 PM.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
long day.
Yeah, it's a very long day.
And other things they should.
And then they have to work the whole day, they can't do like a half shift or anything.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
important.
And
That's
they've been,
very important.
we've been asked about that, so.
You can't leave either.
Well, they can leave for lunch.
Well, true.
They can.
Yeah,
leave?
as long as
They're
there's
allowed to
enough
leave for lunch,
people
but
there,
like for,
that's-
half an hour, an hour. I think they get an hour for lunch.
They rarely do because they all bring.
They bring so much food, that it's
Right.
mostly,
But you're right.
And you have to arrange that with your vocation, the voting location manager, so that they make sure that all the places are covered.
And how many polling places do we have?
9 polling locations.
9 polling?
Mhm.
I thought we had that many at the fairgrounds.
Well, that's
well,
one location,
that's
but
one
that's,
location.
but as precincts, there's 50 precincts, but there's 9 locations.
16 precincts.
Yeah, the fairgrounds.
I think I have like 30 people already signed up for the fairgrounds.
How many?
30.
Good. Oh, and do we have signs outside each polling location about curbside voting and
Yes.
phone number? Every location. has
Yeah,
Yes.
that's.
And handicap parking,
Okay,
yes.
okay. And so curbside. Do you have to plan that ahead of time or just when you
Oh,
get
yeah.
there, you see the number? you
Yeah,
call?
you just pull up and you can call. There's some that will
Oh,
call
are
us
you
ahead
talking
of
about,
time.
the- I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah,
talking about the
there's
voter, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's an occasionally the voter will call us ahead, like, hey, I'm gonna be, just call whenever you get there and then and we get the car, the make, the color, how many voters are in it, so we can tell somebody inside who's out there.
Any other topics you think?
Well, early voting, obviously.
get the dates out.
dates and times.
We have that out there available.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can give you one of the papers.
We'll give you one of the flyers.
The hours.
Okay.
And,
And
I
the
think-
earlier the better, right?
well,
What's?
if you're doing it in person, if you're doing it by mail, yeah, absolutely.
So,
Because the mail, and people have to understand that, the mail has to be in the office by
On
day of the
election day.
election.
okay, no more.
No, there's
No more
no.
grace period.
Okay, so when does early voting start? October
October
6th?
6th.
Yeah,
And it has to be here by November.
third, it's
Third.
election day.
Okay.
And you might remind people, if you're gonna do an article about that, there's no voting at the Board of
Yes.
Elections on election day.
Yes,
Or the day before.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I've had several people tell me they do that.
yeah, that we have several people that come up.
Yeah.
Right, and we feel really bad, particularly with some of the elderly folks who, I mean, it's obviously,
Make
they
the
went
trip.
through a lot to get here. We see them coming in and we're going like, oh
They're
my.
coming from far away.
And they,
It's like
yes, some of
today.
right, they are.
They pass their.
Well, one was
Their
on the same
polling
road
place,
as
yeah.
a polling
Yes.
location and they
Yeah.
took
Come
all the
here.
way in.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could have made a right and been right there,
How
like.
many polling locations do we have in schools?
There's Matamoros, Newport,
Pardon?
there's New
We're counting-
Matamoros,
she's
is at a
counting them.
school. Newport is,
Waterford,
Belpre,
Have we
yeah.
figured out?
Waterford, Belpre, and the Career Center,
Yeah, and Waterford's at the school.
right?
Yeah, it's about half.
Well, more than half,
Yeah.
it's 5.
Yeah.
The
there's
ones
one
that are
that,
not are Marietta Fairgrounds, Warren, although that may,
well, that one, that's.
we'll
we're
talk about
still-
that.
I think we need to.
And
yeah.
then,
Reno,
Yeah,
Reno,
Reno's in an old school. It's not
Yeah.
anymore,
It's not-
they used to be
Mhm.
a school.
So
9, that's.
I remember reading last year that like the Fort Fry superintendent sat at the door of the school. So that, you know, get the poll people to, or voting people to go this way and kids were okay that way.
Well, that's why we're in Waterford, not Fort Fry.
well, at Lower Salem, that's a school, but it's in the gym,
Yeah, but that counts.
Yeah,
yeah.
So actually 6
Wow.
of our 9 are in school. I
that's a separate building from the classroom.
mean, it's part of the school, but it's in a
Lower
separate building.
All the
Yeah, school grounds.
things that we had to think about have been taken care of with the schools.
What are you talking about?
Well, like, you know, the superintendent, well, the doors are locked. So how do people get in? Because schools.
No, the doors aren't locked on election day to get into the gymnasium. where
Yeah,
they're
to the-
going
where we
to-
go, the
Where they're
doors
going to
are not
vote.
locked.
They are not locked there.
Okay.
But many times from the gym into the regular building, those are locked.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're just contained right there in the gymnasium.
Okay, but if you're in another location of a school, the doors aren't locked? I mean, is everybody in the gym? Are all the schools voting locations in the gym?
Well, the career
Yeah,
center.
the schools
Career
take care
center
of all
is
that.
not.
Yeah,
Cause it's in the adult center.
It's in the adult section though, you're right.
it's not in the main career ed building.
Okay.
It's over here where we used to call it Washington Technical College building. It's
Mhm.
there.
Okay. Okay, so early voting and the earliest possible. And November 3rd is the last. day.
Oh, there is a deadline to request the mail too, and that is,
That's
Or
on
to
our,
request a mail-in ballot.
Yes.
it's the Thursday,
Yeah, it's the
Thursday or
Tuesday,
Tuesday?
the Tuesday
Okay.
before the election.
so be
So
sure
it'll be
to
the
talk about that.
27th.
Yeah,
September.
October.
yeah, I guess we'll just give you a copy of this and that
You'll
way
have
you'll
all the
have it.
dates.
Here, give that to her right now. Oops.
That's the last day.
The last day to request a ballot by
By
mail.
mail.
I can't. But it has that on here.
Oh, okay. And you can get it to them by that.
Well, we mail it, we can't guarantee.
We can't- yeah, we can't
The post
guarantee,
office is
but-
getting it there.
Okay.
That's why it used to be the Saturday before, so that made it really close. So the Tuesday at least gives people more time to get it in the mail. Kind of ballot in the mail. Another thing too, the Secretary of State's office is gonna be mailing the applications to all registered voters.
And it's around Labor Day weekend.
Yeah,
They're gonna do that again this year?
Yeah,
'Cause
so
it's
since it's a gubernatorial,
change about that. So every registered voter. will
Yeah,
get it?
yeah.
and they should be arriving, they said around Labor Day is when people should be getting those.
So they're gonna mail them out Labor Day?
Well, they'll mail them out before, because you should get them around Labor Day.
It doesn't get mailed to them till October 6th
For the ballot.
for the ballot. So like you can send in the request anytime,
It's a great.
but the actual ballots do not go out until October 6th.
We have the,
Yeah.
we just changed the dates on
Oh, from the last, yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
from
love
last
this.
time.
Yeah, that's really good.
Anything else that, oh,
Post that every,
they
yeah, we
need to
should
have when
this
they come to
everywhere.
vote?
Well, I suppose it wouldn't
It's on
hurt to
their
remind
website
people they
already.
need to have ID. And if they don't have ID, a state ID, if they can get a state ID, it is available free of charge.
At the.
At the
DMV.
Mhm.
DMV. And it's free,
Mhm.
and they can just go there anytime and get it.
Yeah, you still have to have a birth certificate, social security card, you know, you have to have proof of who you are, but you can then get a state ID.
So they need to have a birth certificate with them. At the DMV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need to have that to vote, right?
Yeah, they don't have to take it in when they go to vote.
Okay, so what do you need when you go to vote? Just your ID?
Yeah, you only need that to get your
Driver's
ID, but once you get your ID, that ID is good enough to vote.
Okay. Okay, anything else they need to have to vote?
No, that's
That's
all I
it.
have to
Yeah,
take.
just make sure it's not expired.
Yeah.
Proof
It's not
of,
expired.
yeah,
Yeah, we get a lot of those.
proof of address.
No, because the ID, that's on the
Takes
ID.
care of it.
Even if the person has moved and hasn't updated that driver's license, it's fine as long as we have that correct address here.
Okay, I was gonna ask you about that. So if their driver's license has a different address, do they have to do a provisional then?
Nope, no.
They can.
Not as long as
As
we
long as
have
we
As long as they have the real your
the right
address.
address
I mean, you
In
haven't
our
corrected the
system.
driver's license, but you're correct with the
with us.
Board of Elections.
Okay, well, how will the poll worker know whether you guys have the right address?
Cause it'll be in there.
Yeah, when they look them up, it'll, the address, if they say, well, I live at 123 Sycamore Avenue, but it says 123 Maple in here, and they're like, well, have you moved? You know, that's
That's how they know.
how they know.
And you don't have to do a provisional, you just vote regular.
As long as they tell them that's where they actually live.
Okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
Well, that'd be great. More information out there to tell people how to vote is always a good thing.
Mhm. Now, can they get any assistance at the polling places, like if you're visually impaired or?
Mhm. Yeah, that hasn't changed. They could always.
Because
do
they were
that.
talking about not allowing, so.
Yeah, that
No,
hasn't changed.
that hasn't changed.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it can't be like your employer helping you,
Can't be what?
your employer.
Oh.
So, you know, somebody that's influencing you, a candidate couldn't help you,
Okay.
you know, at the polls. But poll workers can, or you can take a family member in with you, any of that kind of,
Okay.
so none of that has changed.
And we do go to nursing homes and people who can't get out, if they call, we can go out and help them get their ballot done. In fact, nursing homes frequently will call us and say, hey, I've got X number of people, right?
Mhm. When we send a packet to them and then they, you know, respond back to us.
You go to people's homes?
Not
Just to
usually.
Not usually, but obviously if somebody is homebound and they tell us that, I mean, I suppose it's possible.
I wouldn't want to encourage that though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing I can think
Well, if you
of.
think of something, we're gonna, like I say, do 4 or 5 articles, so.
Well, we'll make sure we get back to you on the seal, who else gets continuing ed, because I think that is important. If people understand that they can get credit for it, that might give them an extra incentive.
And you guys may want to think about raising their pay, that'd be great.
So we'll see what we're allowed
We
to.
might encourage the youth at the booth program.
Oh, yeah, we do
For
that.
high
That's
school
right.
kids.
So you are doing that again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One's already been told he's doing it.
Gee, I wonder who.
I wonder
I wonder who that is.
And they have to be certain age or not?
They can be
17.
juniors and 18 or seniors.
And not 18? Do
No, they can be
17. They can be 17.
17?
Yeah, because Bryce will be 17 this year, but.
Yeah, it was 17.
But like a junior, you have to be 18 as a junior.
Oh.
Okay, and that's they have to talk to the people at their school?
Yeah, I send to the government teachers and then those teachers kind of pick and choose some of the students.
So any school district in Washington County?
Yes,
They
all
are
of
already
us.
signed up for it?
Well, I'll be
I mean-
sending, cause once school starts, I'll send those letters out to the government teachers.
Oh, okay, so they don't know about it yet.
The one, I've talked to another student who did it last year, he's a senior. And he's already agreed to be a poll worker. And then I told my son he's doing it.
Now,
But there are some of the schools that do really well with getting kids, like Warren is very
Warren is
good.
very,
They're wonderful
Belpry's
workers.
good too.
And Belpry also is very
so
good.
they should talk to their government teacher or to a counselor? or something?
Or they can call.
They can call here. Any student who wants to do it can certainly talk to the government teacher or call the board.
yep,
Cause they'll wanna talk to their government teacher, cause they'll probably get like extra credit.
Yeah, they
or,
might get good credit for it.
You know, they need to know, the school needs to know they're gonna be off that day.
yeah, cause they have the paperwork to be filling out.
Now, when can they vote? Someone who's 17 on election
Well,
day? or
No,
No,
they have to be 18.
18. huh?
By election day.
Can they early vote?
They have the same
Yeah,
options
they have
as
the same
anybody
options,
else.
yeah.
If they're gonna be 18 by election day.
Yeah, they can do the same as anybody else.
Yes.
Okay. And do you guys do anything to help get high school kids registered?
Yeah, but the teachers do.
I send out
School does
the
that.
registrations along with it, so when in the letters, if you have any 18-year-olds that wanting to vote for registrations as well.
And I know
Warren
the
Warren does
Secretary of
very well
State
at that too.
sends
Or,
out.
yeah, they solicit the kids.
Now, we found that every school district did something to help get kids registered except Marietta.
Hmm,
And they don't have any programs, so you might encourage that somehow.
yeah, and I know the Secretary of State's office sends out to all the schools,
Mhm.
so. Yeah,
But that was kind of disheartening that
It is.
it doesn't do anything.
I'm kind of surprised, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, because we used to have a really great program. I was teaching. I didn't do the program, but it was a great program. So, okay,
Anything else, Betsy?
I think if you guys think of something, just get back to me.
Okay.
Oh, I did have one thing. Let's see. Tell me what the Form 12B is.
That's the provisional, I think it's the 12B.
If the poll workers use it and the PEOs, what are those?
Precinct
Precinct
elections,
elections.
that's the poll workers.
Okay. And they have to fill them out or something?
The voter fills them out,
The 12B,
yeah,
is that when someone,
that's if you're voting provisional,
oh, it's part of your provision?
yeah, it's the provisional.
Okay. And,
I'll go get one.
And then the poll workers check it over to make sure, you know, everything was filled in.
and that's all part of the poll workers training that they
Mhm.
know how to do the provisionals and do all.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They're signed to that table.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Betsy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Dennis, do you have anything, or are you just here for
I'm all ears.
support? Okay,
So that's what the,
all right.
that's the 12B, so this is what.
Let's move on to minutes.
Out by the voter.
You got the
Yeah, this
July,
is the corrected.
is this the corrected one?
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we approve the July 8th minutes.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? All right, I guess I sign that. There's my pen. All right, bills, is there anything in the bills that we should be, not much there, but
Yeah, there's, I mean, the one that's $7,500 is from BoE, which is the annual pump pad software license fee. That we pay them, which is the same as last year. And then we had one poll worker that somehow we missed paying, somehow she didn't get on the spreadsheet. So that's in there from the May election. And then our internet charge.
Doing this back and when Adam comes next month, you can have him sign it. Is that how that works?
No, he won't
No,
sign
I
it.
just won't sign it.
Yeah, he just won't.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve the bills.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? All righty. Correspondence.
Something. We did get a few different directives since the last meeting. The first one, the 2026-25, has to do with, we got grant money to help with our poll worker training and recruiting. And we have already gotten that check. We got, I think it was around $5,000 for that.
I thought maybe that would get kicked into a little pay raise for them, but it's not enough.
No, actually, you can't use it to pay the poll workers.
Grants are very specific. Got
It
it.
has to be for training them or recruiting.
Okay.
Them.
Jesus, Pete.
And then there's the 2026-26 voter registration data integrity. This is our annual, we call it NCOA process, which is National Change of Address. Or actually, no, that's the 44. This one is the people that have, if they've registered to vote at an address that is not a residence. So it might be, we had one that was, we did post office addresses. And this one is basically like a UPS store, or like somewhere where they can have their mail delivered to. It's not, so it could be, you know, I'm using the UPS store, but it could be a privately owned one, but so we did have two people that they had the residence address as the UPS store, which is by Giant Eagle. So that we had to mail them letters, and at least one of them's already corrected their address and put
Their physical
apartment,
address.
Yeah, their physical address, they lived in an apartment. So we have one that still, we haven't received anything back.
So I know that homeless folks often use our PO box and our residents know our official mailbox. So what would, if you can't use our 274 Front Street or soon to be 315 Third,
Yeah.
what would they do? Would they just say behind Walmart or something?
Yeah,
I mean, is that,
If they would stay, at your facility, they could use that.
yeah, no,
physical-
they wouldn't be staying.
Yeah, they
don't
could
stay.
use a physical address, so if there was a shelter, they were staying there.
No, I mean, we're talking about people in tents.
Yeah,
So they're like
so then.
behind
they would have
Walmart,
to-
let's say, or
Yeah.
behind Aldi's or behind wherever.
Yeah, that's what they would.
Okay.
If it was like in the park, they would give whatever kind of address might be,
Just so it's physically where they are.
Right,
Where
And
they
that
sleep.
works.
yeah, where they
sleep.
where they're
Where they
generally
sleep.
staying, yeah. If maybe it's, someone's house that they're just, couch surfing or something, I mean, they could put somebody's there.
Well, obviously they can
If
do
that,
that.
if.
But I'm just
somebody
thinking
has that,
so, because how many of them want to vote? I don't know. I encourage them to, but they might,
Yeah,
they do not have a residence address. That's
Right.
where they pitch
so
their
they can
tent.
put, wherever they normally have it in.
Are we on listening?
First we have our issues.
The what?
Issues.
Okay.
Issues.
We have issues.
We have issues.
We get to certify our issues.
Okay, so what do we got?
So the first one, well, Mr. Roster,
Right.
earlier was talking about the Lakeside Golf, and I don't know if any of you want to look at it. What happened was with it, there was too many signatures or signers that were out of the jurisdiction. So his was in our precinct, Beverly Waterford, and he got a lot of signatures that were just Waterford A precinct. So those didn't count for that, so that's what happened with that one. And I printed out the stuff if you guys want to look at any of it.
So with the exception of that one, have the other ones done the check with the prosecuting attorney, auditor, all that kind of good stuff?
Yes.
And how about Secretary of
And
State?
Secretary of State, we haven't got back the Secretary of State ballot language yet for the American Legion,
Okay,
for their liquor option, but all the other ones, it's came back. So this is the American Legion in Beverly, they're wanting Sunday sales.
and then
What's missing?
No, there wasn't, well,
nothing
Nothing.
on this one.
everything with us, was fine. I did speak with liquor control and there was the type of permit they put on the down here. They were a holder of a D4. I guess technically they should have put that they were an applicant for a D6 is what liquor control told me.
Oh,
But they did say they would take it. I said, well, if it goes on the ballot and passes, will you, grant them, their permit or whatever it is they need, application or whatever. And they said yes.
so that's not fatal.
So for us, that's,
Right.
I mean, that's not a part that we technically can, but they said they would grant them if it was passed,
Okay.
the ballot.
All right.
And then we also had the Washington County Public Library. And that one, you had went through the prosecutor's office, I just circled, so we know that was fun. And then it's came back approved from the Secretary of State, the ballot language.
And it's been approved by everybody,
Mhm.
right? We don't have
This
the,
time.
this time we don't have any issues with that. Okay.
And then we also have the Washington County 911. And these are all, or the library is an additional, but the other ones here are renewals. So the 911 is a renewal.
Why did you circle?
Just because it's printed front and back, or there's front and back. So it's just so we would know, because the other side's for one of the other levies.
Oh, gotcha.
So that one goes in there.
Oh, mhm.
What
So
is,
this is a renewal.
Mhm, for the 911 levy.
Okay.
And then this one's through the Behavioral Health Board for the mental health levy. That one's a renewal too.
This is for the second attempt.
No,
No,
this is the first one for them.
the library is the second.
Yeah, well, the other one was the developmental disability.
That's the one that
Maybe
failed.
with
But
it.
that
Yeah,
passed.
That one passed though last time.
Last
That's it, okay.
Mhm. And
And
then,
which one's that? Cause I'm looking at this and you're talking about that.
This is the
This
behavioral health board. What's
yeah,
that?
There's something that failed.
Oh, the library failed.
Well, but that was for, oh, no.
Well, no,
it
that
passed,
wasn't
it
the
just
techno-
wasn't
Right,
allowed.
right. No, they put it on again. It passed the first time
Yeah,
when it
so
was,
it-
when it was not on there and then it should,
Then when it
yeah,
was
then it,
correctly on
yeah,
there, it
yeah.
failed.
yeah.
so is the library a new
Yeah,
issue?
because their other, well, it's new because their previous one last year, in November,
Failed.
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 So that would have been a renewal in November last year. So since that didn't pass, this has to be an additional. But it's basically still taking the place of the one that didn't pass in November, even though it's an additional.
So entertain a motion on these levies.
I'll make a motion to accept the. Should I name them all?
The 911,
The 911,
behavioral health board.
petition, the, Washington County Public Library. 911, we already said, and the behavioral.
Yeah, behavioral health.
And the American Legion.
And the American Legion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? All right,
Alright, so next up then is the campaign. Yes.
These notes from.
As if you want, you can just lay them there in a list and then I'll put them together after.
I tried to, these
That's
notes,
all
for
right.
example, spoke with ex-candidate. How recent are these? Like spoke within?
Yeah, that's,
months?
that was last week I spoke with.
Okay,
Not only were letters sent out to all of them, if we had a phone number and it worked, and I was able to either leave a message or spoke to them directly. And some of them I even emailed. So I even tried emailing her just as a reminder, like, hey, just the deadline, but it came back, it bounced back with me.
okay. So any note that says I left a message, something like that is recent?
Yes,
within the last week.
And nobody from all of this has replied to your messages.
there was two that said that they put them in the mails, but as of
Do you know who those
yesterday,
are?
one of them was.
it's on here.
Yeah. The 1, 2, 3.
I saw that
The fifth-
one.
The fifth one, there was another one, but I
Yeah.
did not make, this is the original, so as you can, I was making several notes, so I didn't make you guys look at all my easy notes. But there
It's
was,
good to make notes. Yeah, that's good.
So what does the never filed mean? That means that
they have,
they've never filed anything.
correct,
So what if they didn't collect any money?
there was,
They still should file something to say we got nothing.
I would
should
send
close their
termination
account.
Yeah, they
letters
have
to
close
them,
their-
and I have examples out there.
Okay, so you sent them the form that they could just fill out.
Only thing they had to do was print, sign, and date it.
Okay.
That was all they had to do. There is one that was from this last election that I know he's been busy with the storm cleanup, so I was gonna try to get with him even by Friday,
Who?
which is
Was it low?
Jeff Lauer.
Oh,
But there was 3 on the back when I did like all of them, all the committees, I had missed 3 of them, so I did extend them because that was on me.
Sure.
I see.
So I'm not going to penalize, for my mistake.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
So that's why I put those 3 separately, and I did send out the letter. The letters got to the courthouse yesterday, because I took them down myself. But, he has to fill out a campaign finance, so if he wants to terminate.
So is that one of our?
Which one?
That's Linda.
Updated.
Oh,
There's 2, the David Linder and another individual. The Nick Jordan were individuals that were against or for the Belpre school levy. So they had started a PAC, because they had more than one sign, so they had to have a campaign. So those are the individuals. Let's see, I think there was another one too.
Where it says never filed, that means they opened their campaign and then never filed anything else?
Correct.
So they did their designation of treasurer.
And that was
For the
it.
committee, and then that was it, yeah.
Did they file, do you know if they sent their reports into the Secretary of State as
No, they-
treasurers have to do?
no, never
They
filed.
don't-
They didn't do
Filed is
anything.
never.
That's not that, okay.
Yeah, they're ones that just have to file
Well,
locally. They
on
don't
this
have to
other-
file
I
with the
just sent it to the
secretary.
Secretary of State when I was.
On these other sheet that I have, it's for you guys.
Yeah.
I did mark the ones
Yeah.
that have to file with the state. So those are the individuals we can't do any, I mean.
Right.
Well, do we just let this go? I mean, does that, that's
No,
not.
that's why-
No, that's why we're looking at it.
We have a.
We're gonna
we
do
have a
something
new
now.
So we gotta
election
report
integrity
it to the-
commission.
That's what I'm
That's
thinking,
what
we
it
send it right
That's
to
right.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They told us to.
yeah.
So that's what we're
It's
just,
all set up and ready for us to use.
And I even
We
sent
have
an
to do
additional
it.
letter with it, said this is your last chance, there's a possibility of fines, it's out of our hands. You know, this is the integrity commission's.
Yeah.
You know, we have no set,
I'm looking at the dates on here and I'm not sure there's any reason to wait to do.
yeah, that's what, we just wanted to get your guys' approval to send these in, so that's
And you're sending them to
to the
Yeah.
election.
elections.
cause I have to go on and I have to individually put those,
Yeah,
but like I
Well,
said, that.
you said wait until, well, we always have to wait until Friday, because some of these people said they'd have it in by Friday. So Monday, next Monday, send it in.
Yeah, if you gave somebody a. grace period,
Absolutely.
Well, some of them said last Friday, they were
Yeah.
gonna.
And those are ready to go.
Yeah,
well, if that's the Friday we're talking about, there's no reason to wait.
Yeah, cause like the second one, I don't know if she just forgot. Cause she said she would have it in by Friday, but that was.
but that was last Friday.
That was this
not
past
this
Friday.
Okay, so we're not talking about, and nobody's saying wait till this Friday.
Right.
All right, so we don't need to wait.
Go ahead.
Yes.
All right.
Mhm.
Then the next thing there are Runback printers. These are our ballot printers that we use for our mail, to print our mail out ballots. And if people want to vote in office, a paper ballot instead of voting on the machines. Or if they vote a provisional in the office, we use them. One of them has died, basically, one of the printers, we have two. And one of them is
Yes, they do.
not working anymore, and these are the brand of printer, they're OKI, however you want to. Which no longer makes printers anymore in the United States anyway, I guess they do overseas.
Of course, yeah.
But they do not in the United States anymore. So, the state required those ballot printers to be certified.
Mhm.
Well, there weren't any new ones certified until just recently, through Runback, they got one certified, and you have
Is that what this one
out
is?
there, yeah. These are, I think the new ones were Flex Smart. Is the brand of the printer. So we would, if we're getting them, we would want to just go ahead and get two new ones, because we don't know how long, one of our OKI ones is still working, but we don't know how long that'll keep working. So the quote here is for two new ones with the carts, you can see in the picture. The carts that they would sit on. I asked if the carts we have would
Yeah,
hold the new printers, they said no.
of course not. Of course not.
we tried.
Do we need a cart? Is there a specific purpose to that?
Yeah.
It helps, to have a place to sit in, and you can store the supplies underneath of it.
I can't imagine why the ones we have don't work. What is
Well, they
their
have this
reasoning
little-
for that?
There's like a motherboard, but the one that's not working, it's in the motherboard.
Yeah, well, but the reason they won't sit on the cart is there's like we could show you, there's like an indent, a thing that holds them into
Because
place.
it won't
Yeah.
fit.
That won't.
'Cause it's
fit
probably a different-
The new
Got it.
one, because
Yeah.
they're different
All
shape
right.
or size.
How much are the carts?
They
Okay, they're not
are-
broken out.
No, it isn't.
I think it doesn't break it out on there, but I believe they told me they were. I can't check my email because our internet's down. I want to say the cart maybe was 4,000,
Is
or
there
at
no
least for
reason-
both of them, it was
Is there no reason we can't find a cabinet?
Yeah,
It's a
really.
lot cheaper.
Yeah.
we'd have to make sure, it was something that would fit into the place where we
Yeah,
have them, so that's possible, we could look for.
I think we ought to.
That's an
look.
expensive piece of furniture.
That is an
So-
expensive
I think-
cart.
The responsible thing to do is at least look for something that will serve the same purpose with storage underneath. That is a lot less.
So,
We could probably have somebody build us a card
Well,
For
we're
that-
thinking of the career center.
yeah, I mean, that would not be hard to do.
Good
idea.
So the total with the cards, this, with two of each was $25,000.
plus the fee for the.
But that's
Support.
after the yearly.
Yeah,
That's in the years 2, 3, 4, and 5,
Okay, by when do?
which we already pay support now, on the
Sure.
printers we have, so that's not really an additional.
By when do we need to order the printers so that we have them here on time?
They did not say, but I would say we would want to, order them, as soon as we could, to get them here in time.
God, why do you need color? But okay.
And the ones we
that's
have
kind of
now
crazy.
use color, even
I
though they're
know.
printed black and white. So I don't know how that.
I don't think they make them
works,
that's
but-
just black and white anymore. I may be wrong on that, but
Yeah,
But
even like I said, the ones we have now use the different colors, stones and drums
Yeah.
and stuff, so.
We'll find
I
out
guess
when we
it's
have to
somehow
order
that they
these
all
by.
mix together to,
They said this quote is good for,
this one's good for 90 days,
Oh, from.
oh, so we're good.
from July 30th.
Okay, well, I say
when they
you,
gave it.
go shopping for a cart
Yep.
or a cabinet.
Well, what are the dimensions,
Measure,
first of
yeah,
all?
measure
Yeah.
the space and,
I mean, maybe we could find someone that could modify the ones we have, the cards
That's
we
true,
have
too.
so.
well, that's a good idea.
we
because
can
it's-
check with
What's the
that.
dimensions of this? Because I don't see that on here. Because that
well,
would,
we need the dimensions of the space that we're working
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
Really.
They look about the same, the cards look about the same size
yeah,
as what
so
we
Yeah.
have.
why wouldn't?
Really, the only thing I think that's different is the little, like, cubby part where the printer slides in.
Yeah.
That holds them,
Just to
in
keep
place
it
so
in
they don't
place.
fall off.
But there's no way to
Easily do that.
determine a price without the carts, since they didn't tell
Well,
us
they'll
how
have to
much the
tell
carts
us.
are.
We'd have to
Yeah,
talk
We'd
to
have to
them
look
about
into
that.
that
They'd have
I'm
to tell
pretty
us.
sure it was around 4,000.
for 2 carts.
Yeah, I think he just maybe told me that verbally though, not on the.
You gotta be careful with the people on the other end of the phone.
Cause he asked, if I wanted the price with the cards, and I said,
Well, the only, I mean, they have a
Yes, to
little,
see what we
pad holder too. Does the one we have that? Have a little computer
Tray.
holder?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What are the dimensions of this thing? Is it,
I'm pretty sure this can be built or purchased for less.
yeah,
We ought to at least investigate.
I agree.
I don't have a problem with the printer, but tell them we are curious about the cart.
what does it say?
So if we put this
Okay.
off, that makes it September before you order.
Right. Let's see. It says they are roughly around 4,000 a piece, but discounted by $250 a piece if you order the package as a combo.
250 as in 250?
250.
So it's three, so you can just build a cart for that. That's ridiculous.
We can buy
I think
something.
modify what you've got, if you've got something.
Yeah, you can
do
probably
that
modify
handy.
what we have
That's a good idea.
and get the dimensions for this.
I think the cart is, honestly, it looks like it's the exact same except for the.
And there's no restrictions from them about getting this without the card? Getting a
No,
copy
no,
without
they'd
the
allow
card?
us to purchase it
Okay.
without the card. So, but yeah, we can check. with
It says
them.
optional transport cart.
Yeah, so you don't have to have them.
So we just need a bottom line on just getting the 2 printers.
$3,000 for a cart.
For 4,000.
Oh, 4,000, yeah, that's right, 37.50,
Yeah.
if we,
If you buy them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
So I mean, that would say, that make it less than 20,000, then if you don't get the. Yeah. The
I think
cards.
that's the appropriate thing.
Yeah, I can get a good sofa for less than that.
Okay, liquor option instructions.
Okay, so that was, since we've never had, we've handed out instructions like this to the candidates, but we've never done one for liquor options. So since we.
Oh, you mean a
Oh, you have that
checklist?
in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
Okay.
hand this out at the time they pick up the petition.
Right.
So we do this with candidates, but we didn't with liquor options, so I thought that'd probably be a good idea to do it with liquor options.
That's a nice idea.
So we modified the candidate ones to fit liquor options.
Is that what this is?
So that's what
Yes.
these are.
Okay.
You can,
Can you put some kind of heading on it so that it's clear that this is a liquor option?
But yeah, put it,
Yeah,
maybe put
option.
liquor option up there.
yeah,
It's a great idea.
so it, goes over, like they have to be in that precinct.
Well, where's that? The precinct?
It was in, I think, where it says starts all signers here at the,
No one may sign for anyone else.
and the jurisdiction is, because it says the voters in my jurisdiction and then.
Yes, it does.
The
Yeah.
jurisdiction is listed on the 5F form. With the-
I think he
minimum
thought
required
jurisdiction
number of
just
signatures.
meant the whole area.
Well, and we didn't have this before, so he didn't get one of
Right.
these. Because this is,
Well, he was informed
Yeah,
though.
he is,
He
yeah.
knew he'd made a mistake.
so,
He was very gracious about that.
Did we put on there about that they have to be from, yeah.
What?
On the back of the checklist, we had one area that came in and they only had like one copy of the front and several back pages. And I didn't, when they were turning it in, I was working with Tyler, because he hasn't done a lot of these.
Right.
So when she handed it over to us, I said, well, here's a checklist, because we even give them the candidate checklist just as another precaution.
Mhm.
And he's counting them, and I'm like, and I flip it over and I'm like, how many front, you have to have the front page with this. She goes, yeah, it's right here. And I'm like, no, each page has to have its front. So that was another issue that.
yeah, because we did have, that was,
Is that listed in the directions?
Is that here?
well, it's on here, yeah.
Okay.
It's now on that back page.
So many things for them to know when they're doing that.
But we've had that, before where people, they print just one front page and have like 10 signature pages, and that doesn't,
Being efficient.
yeah. So that doesn't work for candidates or,
Right.
liquor option.
All right, well, that's great. Okay, question on procedure for data mismatch voters.
So this is, we received a question from, someone with the Ohio Democratic Party, I think is what happened. He can finally directive on it. I didn't give you guys a copy of it yet, but it was in directive, 2026-02.
Do we have that?
I don't know, no, you don't have
Okay.
that directive, but Melissa had received the,
He's a voter access deputy director for the Ohio Democratic Party.
Okay.
so it had to do with if we have a voter who has a data mismatch. So something in our data doesn't match the BMV or doesn't match, social security. They're flagged in our system that those, items don't match. So his question was, on election day, if the person goes in to vote, they, it's, the instructions are that the person is provided a provisional ballot. So then they have to fill in the information on there. Let's see, how did he?
Let's see. This is his email. I wanted to clarify the procedures regarding voting for registrants with data mismatches. Per Directive 2026-02, if a registered voter does not correct an issue with their registration more than 14 days before the election, the voter will be required to cast a provisional ballot.
Right.
Furthermore, it states if the voter has supporting documents with them, follow site procedures. If the voter offers documents info at the polling place, follow your board's instructions on what can be accepted, recorded at the polling location. What are your board's instructions on what can be accepted, recorded at the polling location? If they have the documents and you accept them at the polling location, will they then be given a regular ballot?
So this is the
What does it say?
directive, so it starts on the other side, but then that part. So to me, it says the person should still vote a provisional ballot.
Yeah, doesn't it need to be corrected here? Not at the
Right, I
polling
think
place.
what they're saying is, like, they wouldn't physically correct it.
The difference
place.
would be, they would vote provisional, but the corrective information would be included with the
supplied
provisional.
after.
So that when they don't have to do the 4 days, because they already have it,
Right.
right? Is that how you're reading this?
Well, like, is it acceptable that the poll worker just sees their supporting documents?
I worry
think
about
is the-
that.
Or do we need to see
That
them,
starts to get,
yeah,
That's what
get goopy.
I do too.
the supporting documents?
Cause I would like to have a photocopy so you could put it with
With the
the
provisional.
provisional, then that way.
We don't
Yeah.
have it on file here.
Yeah, I don't think we put the.
And so what are the supporting documents that they're
Worker
told to
in a
bring?
position of
That's the other
accepting
part.
or not
I don't
accepting.
either.
So I think it depends on like what the mismatch, I think, would be, so if it's their,
That's why it gets confusing.
Well, I think it's too much to ask a poll worker to
Yeah.
make that decision anyway. I
Right.
think we just
Yeah.
send it in with their provisional and they should be taken care of, fine. The vote will count, they're not keeping somebody from voting, but,
That's if you bring a cup,
pardon me?
that's if they bring a
If
copy
they
or
bring,
whatever.
then that was his question, if they bring a copy. So they thinking they've got everything corrected,
Mm-hmm.
but to have a poll worker make that,
Yeah. And we don't
distinction.
really have anybody that's right now that is in that data mismatch right now. I don't
Yeah.
think we really have anybody, but.
It shows
This
up
may
that-
never happen,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I mean, it
but,
can,
yeah, I think we
you know.
need to.
Well, the guidance is follow your board's instructions, and our board's instructions are, you need to be.
Make copy,
Make a
attach the
send
copy
it.
with the provisional if they
Right.
have it,
Have them come
Right.
in
But
and
still
then
vote
need a
provisional.
copy
Yeah.
made.
and make the copy.
So it can be, otherwise it won't, won't be fixed up here.
Yeah, how do we know, how does the poll work? I mean, we'd have to come up
Can't
with
put that
every
on poll
scenario
worker.
imaginable on
Right.
how you.
I'm looking at
I
the
think that'd
poll
be too
worker,
hard.
I just don't think you
I'd be
can put that on a poll
scared to
worker.
death.
Yeah,
Give too much room for error.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, and then when you're putting a voting location manager in that, and they're calling, and then you have this person with questions and this person. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Election day can be very,
very
But if they have the
Right.
information, there's no
Yes.
reason why the poll worker couldn't attach it to the provisional ballot.
right, if they have a copy of it, or just tell them, come on up to the office and.
Yeah.
If we need to make a copy.
To get that
Right, that's true. They
provisional.
could come here and do a copy that day.
Right, and there's been several that will vote provisionally on election day, and they go get that license
And
and
bring
they're
it back, right,
Yes.
right.
They're like, I had to vote provisionally.
I've, as a poll worker, I've seen them come in, go, and they come back to me that same day and take care of it, so. And I think the,
Well, yeah, a lot of
DMV
them
is
might
very,
just say, oh,
they've
I
got
didn't
lines on
realize.
election day.
Driver's license.
And so they have to go and get it and come back.
Yeah,
So it's nice.
Which reminds me, I gotta
Early
do
in the
mine.
day.
I gotta do mine this year.
a lot of times they do.
I'll forget.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
all
Okay.
right, we've made this, yeah.
All right.
Good care.
Part 4 of the cybersecurity training is now
Oh,
available.
good.
I did it the other day, I thought it was.
All right, who
I liked
opened the
it.
email? I did.
Oh, where you got tested.
Yes, I got
Yeah.
tested. Did you open it? I opened it.
I looked at it and I was like.
I have.
See, I thought, when I went back to it, I thought, okay, now I know, do not.
See, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
doing it to help us
Yep.
learn.
Yeah, and I've done my training. Click.
So And we've already talked about the absentee hours, we've talked about the SOS sending absentee ballots. What have,
Applications.
applications, what have we figured out with the lighthouse? Are they still a big no?
Well, I've been
hard
trying
no.
to call them and I left a message and no one called us back, so. I don't know if they don't
I
listen.
don't know why we
or
keep
they're
pursuing
just not
that, quite
interested.
frankly.
Well, then,
So,
so we have to talk to the schools.
yeah,
And we have to have that figured out by, what's the date we have to send people out?
30 days for.
30, so we have to
before the
have,
election,
so we have
maybe-
next month to make a final decision.
Yeah.
So I guess we have to talk to,
Superintendent?
The physicality of the middle school gymnasium, as described to me, sounds doable.
was it the,
You can
or
park,
was it the elementary?
I think Adam told me it was the middle school.
Okay,
I don't know.
And you drive around to the end and there's places to park. You would only be going into that
into
gym.
the gym.
And so it's a very doable thing for a school day. But of course, and I don't know that they can say no.
They can't say no.
They're-
I mean, they can't.
Is it
but-
ADA compliant?
Yes,
It's
it's in
the
the new, it's in the new part.
That new where Barlow Vincent School used to be, it's
Yeah.
now.
It's, and it's all one floor.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but
The outside is.
we thought the other gym was ADA.
But it's flat in the back. Where that back is where they used to have, I don't even know if they still do, but they used to have a basketball court, it's all flat back there.
I mean, if they'd agreed to it, we'd have to go out and look at it
Yeah,
and everything, so.
well, let's do it. We made our one stab at Lighthouse and back we go.
Yeah. Wasn't even.
So,
And it will, I mean, it is to change, you know, to send out those cards, the full location cards, it's like around $9,000.
I mean, what choice do we have?
Right.
They don't want us back.
Yeah,
I mean,
They
right,
can
that
rent
is,
this, the
yeah.
school can't.
Can we use that 5,000 for that?
Well, and we did have, we'd already gotten it, so it wasn't in these directives, but we've got money for cybersecurity stuff for this year. So I wondered if we could use that towards our printers, but it's not,
But no,
so.
how much is this gonna cost?
It was like last time we sent them out, it was like $9,000. Just to send out the cards to everybody with the change. So, and they're postcards, so they're a little cheaper than a letter.
Can you send to just household or does it have to be to every?
I think it has to be
every voter.
yeah,
Every voter that would be
We could double
going
check,
into
but-
that location.
yeah.
And it's $9,000.
There's a lot, yeah, 'cause that's our second biggest location.
Yeah.
There's like 9 precincts there, so.
Yeah.
All righty.
Wow.
And I'm gonna be looking for a new voting location manager for Waterford because Justin's on.
Oh, yeah, Justin's on the
But
ballot.
Oh,
Josh
that's
said he was
right.
gonna talk to,
And do a switch.
one of them who has been a voting location manager for us before, but she kind of like retired, so to speak, because of Whitman's, but he was gonna try to get Shelby to come back at least for that election.
For that one. If not, is it possible to switch, like maybe switch with the career center or something?
No, because he's on the ballot.
Yeah, he's.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a
that's right, I can't go anywhere.
It's county, yeah.
I'm
can't
sorry, I
have him
keep
anywhere.
forgetting, done.
I can't have him anywhere.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
okay,
so he's gonna set this one out.
all right.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think that was it.
September 9th, the next.
Yep, would be the next regularly scheduled if everybody can make. Again.
All right,
Okay,
should we adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Away we go.
Joseph.
Do you have Kyle's email, Melissa, the superintendent?
I don't think I did, but I can get it,
Yeah.
cause my friends go out to